So in this video, I'm going to be explaining why you would need the read permission. Read permission for humans. You can use the read permission for human beings. Let's say there's an apartment complex with 24/7 security, and that security has an office, and in that office is a computer that the entire security team shares. And that computer is running Linux, and each security guard has their own user account on that computer. The root user of that computer is the security manager, who has supreme access to all the files on the computer. Now, the computer has two drives, a 256 gigabyte solid state drive and a 1 terabyte hard disk drive. The operating system is on the solid state drive, and all the logs that the security guards write are on the 1 terabyte hard disk drive. On the hard disk drive, there's a folder that contains all the security logs, and next to that folder is a text file that says notices. The security guards have to check the notice text file every time they get on shift to see if there are any group-wide notices from the security manager. This is part of their security protocol. Now, all the users on the computer have the read permissions for this text file, but only the root user has read and write permissions, meaning that the root user is the first, last, and only user that can modify the text document. The security manager does this because he doesn't want a security guard deleting the notice or otherwise changing it and falsely informing another guard that they might not like. This is an example of the real-world use of a read-only file permission. Read permission for programs. However, the read permission is mostly used to keep programs from messing things up on your computer. An example would be your etc directory, or etc. The programs on your computer need certain information from your computer to function. That's where the etc directory and the read permission comes in. The programs on your computer have the permission to read the config files in your etc directory, but the programs on your computer do not have the write permission to the config files, meaning that they do not have the ability to change the config files. This is a security feature because the programs on your computer need only read the config files, but have no business changing them. So there you go. That is an example. That's another real world example of why you would need the read permission.